Oh my
Hey!
god, it's a new Top Chat episode. Can you believe it? I mean, I can. I mean, I work on these fucking things and I have
Hopefully
to
this
load
episode
them.
will be better than the other one,
Oh yeah,
because that was a mess.
that was a
I
mess.
like to forget that happened.
That
I
was a
can't.
mess. And
Ooh,
and
that was
and
a
if
thing.
you missed the last one and you didn't watch it, then we are just referring to every previous episode of Top Chat that we've ever done by saying
Did
that
you say
they've been
chop
on there.
stop?
Top Chat. I'm sorry of words. Oh, just don't
Welcome back
judge
to chop
me.
stop.
Don't judge me for the things that I say. I think it's a new chapter when we click next. Oh no. Oh, that's a big chunk of
Right.
words. Ah, all right.
Boy,
Let's
this is
keep.
going to be episode here. This is going to be the
Let's
next.
dude. We've
Going
already
major
started.
good.
We're talking to our friends.
All right.
Unless Shane's watching, he's not our friend.
No.
Despite the
You can bugger off. You can go
Despite the extremely
rusty.
short notice, preparations for the feast progress quickly. By the time you return to the Great Hall an hour before sunset, trestle tables have already been set up, each adorned with silvered waters basins on each end. At the far end, where the Baroness held court merely a few hours before, the high table stands, covered with snowy white linen and accompanied by elegantly carved high-backed chairs.
If nothing else, the slight reminds. Wait, the sight reminds. Sorry, what is wrong with
Wow.
me? The sight reminds you of home.
Of
Of the
home.
feasts, your. The
Of the
feasts.
feasts.
Your.
Your mother and father pudding.
What have you done? You made me get like horrible. I mean, what
What?
the feasts
You're my
your
father.
mother and father
Your flabber.
put on in your family's great hall.
Flabberlies.
Before you left for Sir
Before you
Callum's.
slept.
Delivered.
Alright.
The entrance ushers you to the high table. That's a high table where you are.
I consider that. I mean, there's like.
Can you seriously?
Sorry, I like to be heard.
Yeah, a little too much.
Do you mind
No.
if I whistle during the next, like, paragraph?
Just shut up. Where are you? Where I am seated at the Baroness's right hand, a potion of high honor. More of the guests filter in as time passes. Maud, Stephen, and the other men and women who fought with you are sent to the high table as well. They take their seats with a mix of Sorry, I'll read that again.
Astonishment or
Astonishment. Yeah. And annex. Uh, annex. Tomo.
DJ.
Tomo.
DJ Chimp. Right, you can't DJ.
Tomo
I'm
Will.
not gonna piss you off anymore. Can you just carry on?
Anxiety. Annex.
Where are you at? Where are you at? Wait, start from here.
They take their seats with a mix of astonishment and anxiety.
Anxiety, dude. Come on.
Sorry. I
Anxiety.
can't.
Are you too anxious to read
I
this?
can't say any words.
Awesome.
You doubt any of them could have imagined humble farmers like themselves being allowed to sit at the Baroness's table because they're all farmers and horrible, and they also talk like little idiots.
Hey, I like potatoes.
Let me go get my crops in.
I'm gonna have a shovel soon.
Oh, look at me cows and
I've
piggies.
saved up for a new stool at the charity store.
Mm.
One villager, though, seems far more than action. Oh, seems far from anxious. Moore's little red-haired son sits by his mother's side, wide-eyed at the tape strides. Tape strides? Wide-eyed at the tape strides.
That's like trying to rap.
It does sound like a rap. Wide-eyed at the tape
Wide-eyed at
strides
the
and
tape
vaulted
strides.
ceilings of the Cinema's great hall. A few
Okay.
moments after you arrive, the wine is served, a heavy red of excellent vintage from the south, and a lighter, sweeter wine from Torrenhall. With the wine strong and unwatered, you find your head beginning to swim after a few minutes of drinking and idle chatter. Of drinking and idle chatter.
Ooh.
So you're getting drunk, dude.
Ooh, anything could happen. It is then that
Well, you
It is then that the last
DJ's
of
actually drunk in
guests.
reality, and that's why he sounds like this. What does anxiety mean?
It is.
That is
I don't
not.
know.
That is not a mentally challenged person.
What
That is
does
a drunk
it mean?
person.
It is then that the last of the guests arrive. The Baroness orders the feast to begin in earnest. Ernest? What? What does earnest
I don't know,
mean?
man.
It sounds like some guy. Just earnest.
Yeah, I think Ernest is his name.
To begin in. Is they're gonna eat in earnest?
That's not good.
That's a messy feast. A drummer is joined by two women with a hurdy-gurdy.
We don't know what these words mean.
So smooth.
Well, I'm gonna find. I'm gonna look that up. Hurdy-gurdy. There must be a dance or something, surely.
It must be some sort of I don't know, instrument maybe? Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy musical instrument is what I've got.
Hurdy-gurdy. I've never heard of it. Sorry, maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. Oh dear. I'm gonna carry on reading. One of the women begins to pull the crank as the second works the pegs along its board, filling the hall with the complex stringed instruments, melodic tones.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'll go back to the hurdy-gurdy thing. Two women with a hurdy-gurdy. So the women are sharing a hurdy-gurdy, which is an instrument.
One has hurdy, and one has the gurdy.
No, a hurdy-gurdy's played by one person. That's just badly written. There should be hurdy-gurdies, not hurdy-gurdy. Hurdy-gurdy is singular. Should be
Maybe
plural.
two people play the hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdies or hurdy-gurdy.
You're hurdy-gurdy.
Sorry, DJ. I actually played a game called Hurdy-gurdy. Or Hurdy. I think it was Hurdy-gurdy. It's like a PS2
Dude.
game.
The whole episode's just for hurdy-gurdy.
No. It's a PS2 game where you herd sheep and stuff.
Yeah.
And you can't.
Okay.
He's called Gurdy, and he's herdy because he herds. Oh man.
Oh.
He herds.
Herds. He's got a herd of gurdies.
No, he's called Gurdy. There's multiple Gurdies in which are
Have
herded.
sheepdog. Keep the herd of gurdies in line. Where was I?
I don't know. Complex strings instruments.
With the complex stringed instruments, melodic tones. Even as the servants carry in the heavily laden dishes, first comes an entire roast boar. It's skinned, rubbed with rare coral. Jesus Christ! Coralline. Spices and glazed with honey.
Next,
there is an immense fish.
boiled.
I was gonna, dude. Do you not
Lightly
boiled
dusted.
with green
Green
herbs?
herbs.
Are you sure those are herbs or something else that's green?
A
Talking
lighter
about-
course follows.
Leek
Leek soup.
soup with hints
hints.
of black pepper.
Black pepper.
Oh man, my mic's echoey. I can hear myself.
apologise.
The Baroness says ruefully at one point.
Son Emoshi is not a wealthy thief, and the kitchens had so little time to prepare. This isn't much of a banquet. You try not to choke on your wine when you say that. Despite the noble woman's self-deprecation, this is the best you have ever eaten in, well, ever. However,
Sorry.
don't. I don't make stupid noises when you're talking, so... You know.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You
I was
know.
just choking on my wine.
You know.
What she says
You
does
know.
grain
However,
truth.
what she
The
says
Baroness
does
is a
hold a
relatively
grain... I'm
minor
talking,
noble.
dick. I'll never do shit like this to you. Who fuck do you think you are?
Get to the point.
However, what she says does hold a grain of truth. The Baroness is a relatively minor noble, and you can only imagine what the Duke's feasts are like. Perhaps one day.
Probably like rubbish takeaways.
No, yeah, man. The microwave. It's just pot noodles.
It's not.
Just
It's like really cheap microwave meals.
pot noodles the worst, isn't it? It's just like apply.
It's not the
It's like
worst.
it's,
but I
it's
mean,
like powder, which you apply hot water to, and then that's a meal.
mm. Well, that's basically any heat up noodles, isn't it?
Suppose.
Just dried up noodles.
Blah
You heat
blah.
up. Blah blah
What?
blah.
So, are
Noodles.
you saying on a scale of class, um,
Can you imagine?
microwave
You like
meals
hold
are
on.
at the
You got
very
you got
bottom?
a date. Shut
Microwave
up.
meals are at the very bottom, but you need to dress smart to eat a pot noodle in the
No,
TT
listen.
Chimp
You got
household.
look. You're lucky enough that you get a date. She's really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful. She's a brute.
Brute.
Hello.
My God, she's really pretty.
She's
And
really
like
pretty.
you're really lucky to get someone like that. And then you're like, hey, I made dinner. And you got a
She's
tray.
just
And
got
she's
you
like, oh, I
fucking
can't
boiling
wait.
water.
You lift the tray up, and it's just chicken pot noodle.
You haven't even like served it onto like a bowl or anything. It is just a pot. You
Yeah,
haven't even
it's not on a
cooked it.
plate.
It's just you've bought it from Spa and it's underneath the thing and it's got the instructions there. And you said, I hope you bought hot water because you got to apply it to your shit.
I made this myself.
I bought this
Fork
myself.
is
from
also the
store.
pot noodle fork, which just like turns around.
Oh my god. Ah.
We've been talking about bloody hurdy-gurdies. And
It's ages ago. We're not about hurdy-gurdy. Fucking hurdy-gurdy.
oh, this is. We'll find out in the next episode. Oh, hurdy-gurdies and pot noodle.
Wide-eyed at the tape strays. Wide-eyed at the tape strays.